Oh wow, if only he had backed up a few feet. He would be alive right now. Although that is pretty fucking gruesome. You don't see him get cut in half, cut up to pieces, but you do see it in the reflection of the door there. It's like, oh, that's gotta fucking. They actually did show that in Extinction when the tyrant got cut in half, or Dr. Isaacs, whatever. He was the tyrant though. When he got cut into pieces, like, oh wow, they actually showed it here, but not there. That's kind of bizarre.
We have to complete the mission.
There's no way I'm going down there.
Her defenses are down.
Deja vu, anyone?
I like that they're just sitting there like, nah, fuck you, we're staying right here. Bitch, could you announce your presence before you just sneak up on somebody? I hate when they do that in movies. They just always have somebody just sneak up on someone without even announcing themselves. They just go, tap, 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 what the fuck? It's like, why you do it? Why would you do that? Announce yourself. Hey, I'm in here. I'm gonna come with you. Is that so hard to do, Alice? You can talk. We know this, right? We know this. You can talk. Fucking hell. Fun fact, that's actually a disco light. Paul Anderson admitted that in the DVD commentary. I just find it funny that the most threatening thing in this facility is a fucking disco light. It comes out of a disco light. Like, okay. Let's not forget, this movie was on a budget, so they really didn't have a whole lot of money to do. But what money they had and what they did for what little money they had, they pulled off some pretty decent shit in this movie. So the strange thing about the Red Queen in this movie, in these series of movies, is that the continuity with her is kind of fucked. I can't tell. So in this movie, the Red Queen is fine, but then they had a plan in Apocalypse to make it seem like Angela Ashford was modeled. The Red Queen was modeled after Angela Ashford, the little girl you see in that movie, and they never did that. I guess I'm not sure. Then they had her in Retribution, and then they had her in the final chapter. They swapped out those actresses, and it just didn't make sense in the end. In the end, it made no damn sense. So they had, I mean, in the end, it did kind of make sense because it's like, all right, if you're gonna have the character be the older version of the little girl, you would have to get her daughter. That would make a lot of sense in that respect. But as far as the continuity goes, it's like, wait, she looks way different than before. Like, what the hell is happening? And then not to mention, who the hell was the White Queen modeled after? We know we haven't seen the White Queen since Extinction. Like, I don't think that character was even in anything since Extinction. It was never mentioned again. The whole thing about a cure in Alice's blood wasn't mentioned again until the final chapter, by the way. They finally mentioned it there, but like in the movie Afterlife and Retribution, never mentioned. It's like the continuity in these movies are fucking crazy. And like I said, the music here is absolutely disturbing. And like if you hear it on its own, it's actually this really creepy melody for the Red Queen. I don't think you hear this again. I think you only hear it for her first appearance in this film. But other than that, it's actually really just this odd little childlike sound to it, where it's like, it sounds like it could be belong to a kids movie, but the way they distorted it, it sounds just really fucking odd, really disturbing to listen to.
I implore you.
Implore away.
You're all going to die down here.
Another iconic thing from this movie, which is the Red Queen's little line there. But they use it again a few other times in this trilogy, and I'm just like, or in this series actually. And I'm just like, it doesn't work. It only worked here because it's a little girl as a computer program saying it. And when Alice says it, and I think someone else said it in the movie, in Retribution, I think, or in Final Chapter or somewhere, it doesn't work. It didn't work there. It didn't work at all. I do like that little tease there where you're just like, oh shit, they think they did something bad. And you don't see the zombies just yet, but you do kind of faintly hear them. You're like, oh, what happened? What did they do? Also, I wonder why the Red Queen didn't just tell them that. Like, hey, listen, if you do that, you're gonna let a bunch of monsters out. You don't want to die, right? Monsters. Like, if she wanted to stay alive, she could have just or stay online. She could have just said like, hey, listen, there's zombies and dogs and shit everywhere. If you shut me down, all that shit's gonna go down. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she wanted them to die down there. I don't fucking know. Like, she could have just said that in small amount of time, especially when she just dumps exposition on you later in the movie. Not it's decent exposition. I mean, he explains certain things, like she tells him how to kill the zombies. Talks about the T virus, where it can't, what was the purpose of the T virus. And that's it, But anyway, yeah, I just thought it was kind of strange you wouldn't use that to force them to stop. Like, hey, listen, y'all gonna die. they killing everybody out here. If you do that shit. Yeah, I don't think that's very safe. It looks like one fucking slip up, you can be like fucking, like what's the name from Lost? Saeed, when he used to do that shit with the bamboo in your fingernail. You're like, oh fuck. Yeah, that just makes me fucking cringe a little bit. Like, no, don't do that, because you're gonna fuck yourself up big time. It's not gonna matter anyway, because she's gonna get fucked up in a big way in the next few minutes. So, fun fact: a lot of these actors, if not most of the actors in this movie, had to go through a boot camp. So, Colin Solomon, I think his name, Solomon. Michelle Rodriguez, Mila Jovovich. I think I said Mila Jovovich had the most extensive training, because she had to do also physical training as well, when she's like fighting the zombies in the tunnels and stuff later on. But Michelle Rodriguez, Colin Solomon, all the other actors who played the commandos, I think even James Purefoy and Merrick Mambius had to go do gun training and survival training and stuff like that, just so they can nail these commando roles down. Or at least the commando characters themselves, and they can nail the commando roles down. And even the zombies had to do a little boot camp. They had to do a zombie boot camp. They had a bunch of dancers who can pop their limbs and take parts of their body, stretch them up a little bit, and contort their bodies in these weird ways, so they can look as fucked up as possible. There's a guy coming up who's like walking on his ankle. He's literally doing that. Like, he's actually walking on his fucking ankle, and that looks like it hurts. Like, I don't know how you're actually doing that. That looks fucking painful. Like, your joints are gonna be in deep shit when you get older, man. But yeah, I think that was a smart idea to do that. It looks better than fucking House of the Dead, when it had zombies, people just like roaming around looking stupid, Oh shit! What the fuck is she doing? Oh shit! Oh! That bitch was walking with her arms waving in the air like she's a fucking... Oh shit! That bitch in the background with the girl pulling the grenade. She's walking around like it's fucking Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, I think House of the Dead could have really used those zombie boot camp. But I prefer House of the Dead as trashy as it is. I prefer it that way. What the fuck? What game did... What the fuck was that? The fucking zombie popped out of the fucking crowd like a fucking... Nothing gave me as much joy as seeing that zombie fight scene in House of the Dead. It just... Oh! Fucking zombie did a front flip! Oh shit! Oh, I'm getting a weird headache. It was too much. But yeah, I think I think it was a brilliant idea to do that. I mean, the gun training thing was obvious; it had to be done. But the zombie boot camp thing, I'd never heard of. I thought that was, like I don't think Zack Snyder did that for Dawn of the Dead. So I mean, it was just just run, just run towards these people. Which I respect George Romero, but I respectfully disagree. If I saw a zombie, flesh eating cannibal zombie running towards me at high speeds, I'm gonna shit myself. Okay. I know you say you're not gonna get scared by things running at you, but I respectfully disagree. But yeah, I like that they did that at least. I don't know if they did that in later films because I don't know. I don't think it shows really. But it was nice they did it here at least. Or maybe you should just stab her ass. Get her off before I stab her! Like, you should have been doing that a long time ago there, Michelle.
Stay down.
No, shoot her now. You can shoot her now. She's gonna come at you again. She's clearly fucked up. Look at her. Shoot her now. Shoot her now. Maybe you should try firing. That's a good trick.
I mean it!
Mean it and shoot her, please. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? I do always wonder how this zombie is still standing when she gets shot in both her kneecaps. I'm just like, you should be on the ground right now. I mean, I know you're a zombie, but I mean, fucking hell, you got shot in your kneecaps. That should take you off your feet, but I don't know. I can't expect too much logic from Paul Anderson at this point. Because even the games kind of got that down. Like, you shoot a zombie in their leg enough, they will crawl. They will fall to their knees or fall to the ground and try to crawl after you. So, I don't know. I don't know, Paul. What are you doing?
That's how mafia work?
Yeah, there's no fucking way. I'm no gunsmith. I'm no gunsmithy, but I don't think that would send her flying like that. I think it's an MP5, I think that is. It is an MP5. I don't think I would send a zombie flying like that. I mean, this movie, I know it's a zombie movie about zombies intended for zombies or some stupid shit some pretentious hack would say. But I would just be like, yeah, but I mean, let's not go full Resident Evil 6 here, okay? Let's not get too stupid where we fucking have, helicopters side-swiping trains. I will never forget that when I first played it. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of Michael Bay shit is that? If a train has collided with a helicopter, or in that way, like a sideswipe, that fucking train would have exploded. Or at least the helicopter would have exploded. Something would have been blown up. But yeah, anyway. That shit was stupid.
I shot her 5 times. How is she still standing?
Bitch isn't standing now.
Add that to the list of lines that only Michelle Rodriguez can pull off and make it work. That's it. She was the perfect. I really wish she had stayed on for these movies. They didn't kill her off. They keep her on. Fuck it. Get rid of Alice. Keep Michelle Rodriguez as the face of this franchise if you have to. Just don't fucking sideline the main characters from the games for the sake of this character, though. Don't sideline Jill. And like that. I'll get to that when I get to Apocalypse, I guess. But I just want to say briefly, the fact that Jill's only interaction with the Nemesis was just firing like 3 shots at him because the Nemesis killed her partner was just like, what? That's fucking crazy. But yeah, she's kind of the MVP of this movie, Michelle Rodriguez. She's just fucking greatest.
What was all the shooting?
We found a survivor.
And you shot him?
She was crazed. She bit me.
Yeah, maybe you should have started with that. Rain. He's like, yeah, what happened? We found a survivor. It's like, you shot him? No, of course not. She bit me, dude. It's like, well, you could have started with that. Yeah, this person bit me and I shot them. It's like, oh, okay. Like, why not start with that? You make it sound like he fucking killed an innocent person.
She's gone.
It's bullshit.
She fell right here, but she's gone.
That's something else that bugs me is that the zombie gets shot, goes sent flying into these tubes and shit. The zombie just saunters away and no one notices. First of all, no one notices the zombie sauntering away. Secondly, the zombie just decides to retreat and get her friends. I'm gonna get my cousins on you, I swear to God, I'm gonna get my cousins on you. It's like, wait, why did you go after the people? That's not how zombies work. They don't just give up and be like, "Oh fuck this, I'm out of here." It's just gonna be like, "I'm gonna go back for this person in a minute." Like I don't know. I didn't understand that. Like no one noticed the zombie get away. The zombie just walked away. Okay.
Look at this. Blood. It's not much.
Why, thank you, Dr. Quincy M.E. Just Google it, okay? Just Google it. I can't be fucked right now. Just Google that shit.
Looks like it's coagulated.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Why not?
Because blood doesn't do that until after you're dead.
Why is he all up in his face like that? Like, why not? Why isn't that possible? It's like, dude, relax. This makes an observation, you asshole. So one of the things I liked about the zombies in this movie is that a lot of the zombies you see from this point forward were actually in the opening scene. So you see this guy with the axe. He was the guy who was trying to break the glass earlier. You'll see some guy with black hair who was also in that laboratory. He's out there too. You'll see him in the tunnels later. I'm not sure why those two got out, but Anna Boltzvert character, the zombie that she plays, is still underwater, submerged in water for some reason. I don't know why she just got, like, she was late to the party. I don't know. And also, like, they took the effort to put all these people in makeup. Even the ones they kind of CG, like, you'll see a few CG faces of the monsters. Like, and those are some of my favorite zombie designs, too. The ones that have, like, half the face missing, and one with, like, half the head is gone. It was like, that's some crazy shit. It does add some questions, though, like, wait, I thought destroying the brain kills the zombies, but this guy has half a fucking head missing. Or at least it looks that way to me anyway. Maybe his brain is still intact, I guess. But it's I do like that they put effort into this, because if you look at the later films, particularly Afterlife onward, they actually use zombies in masks. And I thought that was kind of dumb. Because in Extinction, I appreciate them in Extinction, because all of those zombies were in makeup and they're in sweltering heat, but they're all in makeup. And it looks good for the most part. But whereas it's in Afterlife and Retribution, well, not so much Retribution. Retribution had a few zombies that were in makeup, but some of them, a lot of them, like you see with the Russian zombies, they look like they're in masks. The ones you see in the prison in Afterlife, they look like they're in masks. like why do you put these Party City ass masks on these people? To put the effort into it, come on now. And it becomes so obvious when you see Resident Evil Afterlife, and the slow motion does not help that shit at all, because it's like, oh, I can see all the dirt, the fucking corners you're cutting right now, Paul. Like it's bad. It's really bad. I don't remember too much about See, again, I know it sounds like I don't remember after the final chapter, because I only saw that movie one time when it came out, and I never wanted to see that shit again. I saw Retribution maybe twice. I have a very decent memory of that movie. I saw Afterlife maybe 2 or 3 times. And the other movies I've seen quite often back in the day. I was watching... In fact, I think I watched that whole trilogy, once, Resident Evil Apocalypse, and Resident Evil Extinction, like, quite a bit. About once or twice, maybe 3 times within, like, a 5-year span, I think. I remember watching it quite a bit, and I was like, okay, I enjoyed them for the most part. But I look back on them and like, these movies are not that good. But the zombies here look fine. The ones in Apocalypse look fine. The ones in Extinction, especially, look great. It's like I don't know, where did the fucking effort go into the zombie makeup? That's all I want to know.
Guys, they're everywhere.
There's something odd about that shot. It's like, it looks like somebody's watching the zombie and then somebody's watching rain. It's like, what the hell is that? That's just such a bizarre shot to me. I find it strange that no one even attempts to shoot these zombies in the head. They're all just doing body shots. Like, hey, why don't you try to for the head at least once? Guys are wasting bullets. She scaled that shit like a fucking cat. God damn, Michelle. One thing I forgot to mention is you'll see Jeremy Bolt like 3 different times in this scene alone. That was number 1, by the way. I'll point him out as I see him, because I remember every little cameo he had in this movie. Kind of a bizarre sound that Alice made just now. What the fuck was that? That was Jeremy Bolt cameo number 2. And that one's even funnier to me because he just fell over for no reason. He's just like, oh, I'm dying. Like, what are you doing?
Got it? See how easy that was?